Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to episode 5 of Championship Flow. It's been a while since we've been here. Wow, it feels like ages. 3 months to be exact. And it's time to wrap up season 1 with a review of how 2023 has gone, particularly 2023 resolutions, and see how we set up for 2024. I'm in Ilovo, Johannesburg, so been doing a lot of traveling recently. Got some time, got some space to calm down. Joburg is really quiet, which is such a cool place to be in. I hope you've been good. I hope the festive has treated you well. And whenever you're listening to this, I hope the new year has been good to you and you are also setting up for a good 2024. All right, let's get to it. So, you know how we do on Championship Flow. We start off the year with our year compass. So, did that. And from that, we translate that to our 2023 resolutions, or we try to get them to merge, right? The year compass is meant to bring out your biggest, deepest desires. You then have to translate them to resolutions. So, for the first time, I did the year compass last year, put some really big dreams on there. Some of them came true, some of them didn't. So, it's all about just working towards that, right? So I set up my resolutions in different themes, right? So you have social, you have professional, and then you have side hustles like my social media, and I have things that I do like my reading. I wanted to learn how to type, various different themes, and I think that's nice because it keeps you well rounded as you keep growing in this life. But first things first, gotta finish the masters. About damn time. A long time coming, so I'm really glad I got to finish that. I also was hoping to get a manager promotion at PwC, but I am no longer at PwC, and that's actually like really cool parts to how the year ended. It was nowhere on my resolutions list to like jump ship, but yeah, got that done. I also wanted to go into sustainability quite a lot, and at PwC I started doing that, but as I moved to Officio, I'm now working in supply chain. I've been 3 months at Officio, and it's really different. I'm literally in supply chain, my first project, so I haven't really started thinking about, can I still do the sustainability thing? Then we get to the finance goals. The monies were not great this year. The monies were not great this year, but much better towards the end of the year. New paycheck, really able to do a lot with that, really able to travel. That part is really, really cool. The one thing I didn't do on the finance part is setting up a trust. So I still need to figure out how to do that. I need to stop being lazy so that I can figure that part out. Moving right along to the social media aspects of my resolutions, and that was focusing on Globalville and Championship Mode, which Championship Flow is a part of. That was super dope. My target was 5K. I managed to get 1K on YouTube, so that means we're monetized, and that was pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I've only earned $3 so far, but no pressure. Literally still learning. I need to give it new life and then just take it to the next level. Then, of course, Championship Flow. The goal was to release at least 5 episodes, and this season finale forms part of that 5th episode. So coming in clutch towards the end of 2023. Then we have the fitness goals on no alcohol for the year. Technically, I got that right, but my farewell was such a blast that, yeah, I need to write off the month of September. If I write off the month of September, then I met that resolution. So it's a technicality. We'll leave it open. I didn't try out rock climbing. That's the one thing that I wanted to do. So definitely going on the 2024 list. Let's see. Then this one involves travel. So I wanted to go to 3 new cities: Cape Coast in Ghana, Lagos in Nigeria, just to feel that Afrobeats vibes. And if you've been here, we love Afrobeats vibe. And I wanted to go to Cape Town. I have never been to Cape Town before, but yeah, the year just went supercharged. Went to Riyadh instead, went to Alola, which is a city in Saudi Arabia, and then did Dubai for my birthday. So not too bad on that one, right? Another other one that I did was read a lot between articles, books, whichever. I literally interchange. Towards the end of the year was really difficult because moving to Riyadh, uprooting my life, traveling a lot, work is intense, just trying to settle down. So still trying to figure that part. Learning a new language as well. So using Duolingo to learn Arabic. Languages are not my strong suit, so I wanted to challenge myself. This one is quite a big challenge to learn a new language. The last two, I really have to focus on those speaker training and mixology classes because one day I'm hoping to open a restaurant, but before then we gotta learn how drinks are made, right? So yeah, those ones I really haven't been doing quite a lot of. Definitely going on the 2024 resolutions list. But if you collate everything together, that's about half of my resolutions. I did half of them, which isn't bad considering I did a few things that were not on the initial resolutions list. And you can either add them if your resolutions keep changing, or you can skip them. But I forgot to actually add it. So best practice is put them on so that you can track your progress. If you've not done a resolution you've set out, you've done something else, right? And it's actually very good for your confidence, very good for your morale. And in that same vein, what I pretty much do is how I set up the next year of my resolutions. And in this context, we're talking about 2024, is I literally start with the resolutions I didn't do in the previous year. So in this case, I didn't learn much on typing, I didn't do much public speaking, I didn't hit out the finance goals as well as I should have. So those automatically went onto the 2024 resolutions. What I also do is I have a sheet long of resolutions I want to do, just open-ended resolutions, and I literally go through them and see which ones I'm ready to do or which ones I'm ready to push in that direction. So like opening the restaurant is on that master sheet of resolutions, right? But the way I'm focused on work and still growing and learning, now is not the time, or maybe in 2 or 3 years. So I literally go through that sheet to be like, oh, what can I pull here? You know, I wanted to do a martial art. I've been wanting to do a martial art for the last year, 2 years, but 2024 will be a bit tight, but 2025 will be good. I also want to get a few certifications, especially in management consulting, maybe a diploma in teaching. So those I'm setting up for 2025, you know, when we're back at school. Done the masters, I just want to take a break now, do other things, focus on other things. So first things first, the resolutions that are unticked make it onto 2024. Second things is you check your master resolution list, or you know where you want 2024 to go, and you make resolutions based on that, like a theme. I haven't figured out a theme for 2024. 2023's theme was no shakiness, so gotta figure out what I want 2024 to be about. I haven't thought about the theme, but I've definitely thought about the resolutions, and more in the same manner. You know, we have the professional goals like get that promotion at work. Hopefully that comes through. It's gonna take a lot of effort. Focus on sustainability. Let's see if we can merge it with supply chain, because I'm new in supply chain. Also want to focus on that, and you know, hey, maybe that's my way into F1. If you've been here, you know how we love our F1 racing. Then we have the finance goals, making sure we hit the finance goals on a monthly basis, on a quarterly basis. Still have to set up that trust. And then we have the social media goals, championship mode, Globalville, keeping championship flow alive in season 2. We'll talk about that later, but I'm really hoping I can pull together season 2 of championship flow. Maybe not in the first half of the year, but maybe later in the year. Then we have the fitness goal on there, which is like super intense. No alcohol, fusing calisthenics with gym, and finally trying rock climbing. I checked out places in Riyadh, they have rock climbing, so that's gonna be pretty cool. We also have the travel goals on there. I have a list of 10 cities I want to travel to. At least if I hit 3, that'd be great. So we're talking Cape Coast, you know, that sounds familiar. We're talking Lagos, Cape Town, and we're talking Muscat, Marrakesh, Chef Chaoun, Dodoma, Dar es Salaam, Mombasa. So that's my current top 9-10 list. This is what I want for the year, and what happens might be different. So this is my hope, and we'll see what we're able to execute on. But if I can head to Cape Coast, if I can do Lagos, Muscat, Chef Chaoun, that would be super cool for me. So yeah, we still have the reading on here. My goal is usually to read 12 books. I think 1 book a month is decent. You get to spend time, you get to understand, you get to take away. People read much more intensely than that. I can't do that. So I keep it to 12 book standard, and I mix it in with articles that I read on a day-to-day. I usually bulk read. I'll spend time on the weekend just reading articles that I've saved, or articles or topics that I've come across. We're still focused on the language. The Arabic is on there, but yeah, you know, maybe something else. I studied French when I was in high school, so that would be nice. I have a lot of East African friends, so Swahili would be dope. cool. And yeah, maybe Tswana or Zulu, but let's see how Arabic goes, because it's really tough on a day-to-day basis to learn. I literally sometimes can only get 5 minutes in a day, which isn't a lot, but at least the consistency starts to build up, right? And then we got the public speaking, and then we still got the mixology classes, and then we got the typing club. So literally that wraps up my 2024 resolutions and how I'm setting it up. So this is not set in stone. I'm really open to changing it, to be fluid around the goals, especially if I change course in 2024 or if my circumstances are different in 2024, right? Because my circumstances right now might not be my circumstances in the next 3 or 6 months. So that's also the thing you need to keep in touch with your resolutions, right? As your circumstances change, update them. If you hit a resolution, make it bigger. If you don't want to make it bigger, make something else bigger or save it for the next year. Always maintain consistency. Don't lose momentum. Don't lose your momentum. Don't lose your effort. And it's okay for it to get hard. Just remember the tools that championship mode have spoken about. Setting up your resolutions, looking at your year compass, rereading your year compass to figure out, oh, okay, why did I actually put these resolutions down? Feeding your power circle, just staying away from the burnout zone, taking breaks when you need it. And in my recent article, I talk about taking the scenic route, which is basically a hold period where you just recenter on 1 or 2 very quick, simple goals over a 1 month, 2 month period. And then you come back with a bang, because that period has slowed you down for you to recenter without losing momentum. And then you supercharge and you recover that momentum. So if you need to take the scenic route as well, do that. Just don't forget the tools, don't forget the strategies we've always spoken about on championship mode. I also forget myself sometimes, and when I go through the ups and downs of the year, I'm reminded at, oh wow, I could have done this better. So don't be hard on yourself, always have fun, and don't forget 2024 is another opportunity for you to get closer to your dreams. And I really hope you do. But yeah, let me know in the comments what your resolutions are looking like, how you are setting up your resolutions, what you were able to do in 2023, what you would like to do in 2024, knowing what you know now. Before we wrap up, a quick word on season 1, where we've been. It was always a dream to start a podcast. I'm happy that I got the courage to start a podcast. We're becoming comfortable with the YouTube, and I thought podcast is a different skill set, which I'm still learning to get right. We're talking about voice, what you want to talk about, how you want to come across. And this is actually the first episode that's solo. Usually I have someone on with me so that you can learn beyond what I know, beyond my experience. But I thought to do this solo as a closeout, just to take it in how far we've come. So we started this in April. We kept going consistently until September, and we died down a bit, and now we're back. If you've been here, you know I had my friends on in episode 1 just talking about Power Circle. And then second episode was about Formula 1, because you know how much I love my Formula 1. And I was with Lynette, who also loves the Formula 1. She's a Mercedes fan. I'm a Red Bull fan, so you can imagine how fantastic and no holds that conversation was. And I also had another superstar friend of mine, Melody. We talked about Afrobeat, and we both love Afrobeat so much, and we can literally sit and just digest infinitesimally to the smallest point. That was really fun. I think that's one of my favorite episodes I've released across Championship Mode Collective, that episode on Afrobeats, because it was really nice. Afrobeats is literally blowing up, and it's so fun to be a part of that. It's so fun that we have something as Africa, we have something that we own that's ours. I really love that. The fourth episode was with Malibu, who's currently in China. Shout out Malibu, what's up? She's really doing great with community living. She inspired me to start Championship Mode Collective. We always spoke about it, so check her out in community living. We talked about her farewell as she was moving to China, and we also spoke a bit on my farewell. When we recorded, it wasn't public, but when I posted, I'd already moved to Riyadh. Check it out on YouTube. And we got this episode where everything literally just comes full circle, and we say, wow, season 1 was pretty cool. April, May, June, then September, and then now in December. That 3-month period, I was doing a lot of other stuff, especially with Championship Mode Collective. So don't be afraid to check out all the other playlists on Championship Mode Collective as well. The podcast is meant to be a different segment. It's not meant to be disjointed. It's all part of the story. It's all part of the inspiration that I'm trying to feed into the world. And yeah, with season 2, to be honest, I haven't thought too much about season 2. It'll probably follow the same format where I invite a lot of people over, but moving to a new part of the world, I have to regain my social circles. My power circle is still intact, don't get me wrong, right? But the social circles to invite people on, maybe from work, maybe people I meet while I'm traveling, maybe have video calls with my friends, especially if they have something brilliant that I would like them to share with the world. So season 2 is gonna be more about that, a lot less of me and more of my guests, more of an educative approach, more of a learning approach. So you can definitely look forward to that. That's it for me. Thank you so much for tuning in. An absolute pleasure. Whether you're the 1st, the 15th, the 30th, I don't know where this is gonna go, but for now, thank you so much. Happy holidays wherever you are listening to this. I myself am in Joburg. I'm about to put down the phone. I'm about to get some lunch and get some air outside. But please stay in championship flow.
You know get money, you take up police. Me, I dey love you, gone.